Welcome, everybody, to another exciting edition of Questionable Answers. The theme this week is 80s movies. So it's an exciting topic, 80s movies. Now, Questionable Answers, if you've listened to the previous episodes, this is where we search for the truth. We dig really deep for it. And of course, we always search for greatness, but we rarely find either. So we will go through and we will question each other on some things, see what kind of facts we know, what kind of tidbits, what type of intelligence we have. And this is going to be a real test of our mental acuity. So sitting across the desk from me, of course, is my compadre. And he is the reason why the phrase grody to the max came about. Ladies and gentlemen, get up for Brian.
Wow, thanks. I had some real insecurity problems in the 80s, so I appreciate that.
Thanks for reminding me of that.
Yeah, great. So that's why they said grody to the max.
Yes.
Well, thanks,
All because
Todd.
of Brian. Yes.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Todd.
You're welcome.
As always, my coworker here on the show is a man who confessed to me that he thought it was mean-spirited for James Cameron to kill off two innocent Sarah Connors.
That
did seem a little...
It is.
Especially the sweet older lady.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of rough.
Yeah.
He should have killed the old lady from Titanic.
Yeah.
Off her a little Rose instead of the Terminator.
Ouch.
Yeah. Anyway.
Push her over the bow, right? Sorry. Yeah, go up there and do a spread eagle.
Right, yeah.
You
wanna
spread
get a
those arms
close
wide.
view of
Don't
it?
grab that railing.
I think it would have been great for the movie.
Just grab her by the heels and over the railing.
We're a minute in. The show's already off the rails. Sorry, folks.
Yes, that wasn't an 80s movie either. We're talking about a non-80s movie.
I understand, but I'm trying to do the James Cameron connection. So
Yeah, no, that was good.
Got it.
That was good.
All right,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah, he'll probably come up today.
You probably will.
Well, he already did. All right. Wait.
What does that mean?
That means it's time for corrections, Todd. I don't know. We got lots of sound effects, and that was the one I picked. So in our corrections, as we mentioned, we're going to do this every show. As far as we know, we've done nothing wrong.
Absolutely. I would agree with that.
No corrections this week. However,
Yes.
I did notice on the love episode, that you started saying slide right and slide left during the swipe right, swipe left episode.
Yeah, that's kind of...
game that we played.
So is that a mistake then? Or is that...
I'm not going to dock your points, but I want you to be on guard that...
Okay. Accuracy
I edit
matters.
these and I'm paying attention.
All right. You know what? I'll take a -1.
No,
I will start.
that's all right.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
I'm going to wallop you without that.
Oh, wow. Somebody's confident.
Well, I'm on a two-show losing streak, which is
Emphasis on the word losing.
yeah. Well,
So
it's disturbing.
definitely don't want to emphasize the word streak. So, yeah.
You suck. All right.
What are we up
let's
to
see here.
now?
Okay, we're gonna giggle like little girls every time we switch between games.
So where are we at? Are we on the QA quickie?
It is time for the QA quickie. As a warm up, every show we give each other a little germane to the subject question. All right, that each of us must answer quickly and possibly earn a couple of juicy little points.
So for each, now we're going for 2 points, correct?
So today I'm giving you an opportunity for 4. You're not going to get them, but
Wow, I was only going to give you a chance for 2, but I
that's-
can switch it to 4.
okay. You see how I do.
Okay, here's what we're going to write. So here's my question to Brian. So 80s movies. Brian, I need you to name 2 of the top 5 grossing movies in the 1980s. I had down 1 point per correct answer.
2 of the top 5.
So if you can, let's put it this way: if you're giving me a chance to get up to 4, I will give you a chance to get up to 4. So of the top 5 grossing movies, if you name 4 of them, that's 4 points. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1.
Oh, you stink.
What can you do?
Right.
Top 5 grossing movies in the 80s, and we're not talking re-releases and all
Second
this other
Star
stuff.
Wars. The second Star Wars.
Okay,
Back to the Future.
that's a negative. Star Wars is correct, or Empire. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Raiders was not. Oh, Jaws maybe. Oh, Jaws was 70s.
70s. All right, so that's 3 guesses.
Oh,
You get 5. You got to name all 5.
I'm being sloppy here. This is
Yeah, be serious. You could name all 5, or you could miss all 5. Okay. Or are these not your final answers? You got to be clear with these.
No, this is like if I ever got a genie, I'd
Yeah.
probably mess it up and go.
I like a candy bar and then a pair of socks.
First, I want to call my mom. Granted. No.
It's long distance. I don't want that. Okay, so you got Empire correct. Jaws is incorrect.
Jaws was 70s too.
Yeah. Back to the Future was incorrect.
I thought back. Oh.
It's not
yeah.
top 5. It is an
Really?
80s movie. It's not top 5.
Wow.
Grossing box office.
Terminator?
That's a negative.
Are you serious?
According to my
That
list.
was one of the best movies made in the 80s.
I would agree. I'm not going to complain or argue with that. That's 4. You got one more guess. You got 1 point.
I got 1 point.
Well, I tell you back. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
What?
I'm not going to give you any more.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
I'm not.
I've been slappy with this. Airplane.
That is a sweet guess. I think everyone should go out and see that movie,
Absolutely.
but that is incorrect.
It's one of the best movies ever made.
All right, so you got 1 point.
All right.
Okay.
I blew that. You caught me off guard.
Okay, so the answers are E.T. was number 1 with 796 million.
E.T.
Empire Strikes Back was number 2 with 550 million.
Yeah.
Jedi was third with 482
I
million.
guessed that. They were both in the 80s.
Yep.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade was number 4 at 474.
See, I almost guessed that, but
said
that movie
Raiders
sucked.
It was average, yeah. And then Batman made 411 million. I would have never guessed Batman, not as a top 5er, maybe top 20.
No.
So yeah, you got Empire. You got 1 point.
I should have gotten the other Star Wars at the very least. I
Yeah,
they
that
were
would've been a
both
safe
in the
bet.
80s.
Yeah. I would agree.
Stupid.
Shoot, I would even probably even guess Top Gun,
moron.
but it was not a top 5.
Yeah.
But I know you're not.
It was an okay.
All right.
No,
I'm saying
I
what
liked the
made
first
money.
Top Gun. The
Yeah.
second one was a complete ripoff of the first one.
I
They
would
might as well not
agree.
have made it.
Fantastic ripoff.
It was okay.
But, all right.
It was okay.
We're not going to debate.
Well, it wasn't volleyball on the beach. It
2024.
was football on the beach. Whatever. Okay. So, it's my turn.
It is.
Yes. All right. I'm going to give you a shot at 4 points.
Okay.
All right. And how this is going to work is I'm going to read 4 quotes from one movie.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
And if you guess the movie on the first quote, you get 4 points.
Ah, okay.
If you guess the movie on the second, you get 3 points.
Kind of like reverse name that tune.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Okay, this is going to be
All right?
interesting. Jeez.
So,
Okay.
yeah, it should reveal itself. And if it doesn't, then you're just a complete loser. You ready?
I'm ready.
Les jeux sont faits. Translation, the game is up. Les jeux sont faits. Translation, the game is up. That's your first one.
Yeah, I know Ferris
Do you?
Bueller sang French and Day Off, but that's not. But then I'm going back to like, what was that? He's in a movie with that computer. He was a
Computer.
Yeah, it was. I think it was what's his face, Matthew Broderick. He was in a computer. The game War Games.
Oh, War Games.
The game is up. Yeah, that's really lame.
Yeah.
I'm fuzzy. I need a second quote.
Okay. Second quote. I heard you were feeling ill. Headache, fever, and a chill.
It is Ferris Bueller.
Yeah!
Yes. Woo! Nice.
You got it.
Yeah.
We got the singing nurse, which I won't repeat the rest of that.
Yes. That's right.
Oh. Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
principal in the office.
Okay.
Les jeux sont faits.
Which
I'm probably saying completely wrong.
I had no clue that was him, or that was. I just knew they sang
He said
French in
that
that
to
movie.
the
That's the first one that
secretary.
came off. Yeah. Okay. But I knew there was some.
Translation, the game is up. So your next quote was,
Okay.
be a man, take some Pepto-Bismol, get dressed, and pick me up.
Yeah, he's talking to Cameron.
Yep,
That's right.
yep. And
Be a man.
finally, my best friend's sister's boyfriend's brother's girlfriend heard from this guy who knows this kid who's going with this girl who saw him pass out in 31 Flavors last night. I guess it's pretty serious.
Yeah, that's perfect, man.
Is that a great
That was
line?
totally yeah. Yeah, they really milked that.
Oh, I can't believe you got
Yes.
it. All right.
Boom.
That was good. You did that well.
All right.
You did that well. I really didn't expect Ferris Bueller to come out of your mouth in that first one.
The first one that was a total.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I remember. I was either going to say that or The French Connection, but that's a 70s movie. So that's my knowledge of French movies. French Connection, The French Fry, and Ferris Bueller.
Was a French movie.
Yeah, super French.
Les Jeux sont faits.
Les Jeux sont faits.
Yep. Okay.
Well, that makes me illiterate in 2 languages now.
Whoa, what's that sound mean, Todd?
Well, my understanding is that's part of now the guest house. We're back to the guest. We have a guest today.
We do have a guest today.
I'm very excited about this one. This, of course, the 1980s and 80s movies. So we have Brit, and she is a Valley girl. And so she's in studio today. So it's really exciting. Brett, how are you doing? Brit, I'm sorry. Brit, how are you doing today?
I'm like totally awesome.
Good. Any other adjectives you might want to say about yourself, or is that enough?
No, I'm totally awesome.
Okay. So what was your favorite part about the 80s? I mean, I know there's all these trends and wonderful things like that, but well, here's my first question. I'm just trying to get to know you a little bit more. Okay. Which word do you prefer more, like or totally? That's a tough one. So which word do you prefer more, like or totally? I've always kind of wondered this from you,
Like
Brit.
or totally.
Yeah.
And I'm just helping Brit because she
absolutely.
prefers to read her questions.
Right. She's nervous in front of the microphone. So.
Oh my gosh. Like totally. Like is like totally the bomb, you know? It's like the ultimate Valley Girl word. It's like so versatile. Tile. You can like use it in like any sentence and make it like sound totally rad.
So is it the word like or totally?
So yeah, like totally like all the way. Gag me with a spoon if you don't agree, right?
Well, that clears it up. Thank you, Britt, for answering that. I think I know what word you like or totally, but we'll just leave it a mystery.
I
for the
like
rest
totally
of you
like.
Yeah,
Totally.
Like. Oh, that's exciting. Brian, do you have any questions for Britt?
I do have some questions for Britt.
Yeah.
This is, because, I grew up I was an East Coaster, so.
Correct, me too.
I didn't have any Valley girls.
Right.
Technically. We had plenty of girls who
Only what we
thought they
saw
were
in the
Valley
media.
girls.
Right.
So, it's nice to finally meet one.
A real one, an official one.
An official one. Okay, so my first question for you, Britt. What movie from the 80s could you totally see yourself in that isn't Valley Girl? I mean, obviously Valley Girl is,
Yeah, absolutely.
a Valley Girl's going to want to see herself in Valley Girl.
Right.
Okay.
I'm sure she has huge acting chops. I mean, it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Mm-hmm. So let's see what do you think, Britt?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Totally I'd be totally stoked to be in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Oh. It's like the ultimate 80s high school flick. And totally captures the rad vibes of this era. I could totally rock the high school drama and, be a part of the Totally Tubular soundtrack. They did have a good soundtrack.
It's killer.
Thanks.
Wow. Thank you, Britt.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just imagine being
Oh, there's more.
a totally awesome character in that movie. Giving me all the gnarly feels. What about you, hun?
Wow.
What's your go-to 80s movie?
Well, I was going to say, Britt, I would have thought you would have been in a serious drama like Officer and a Gentleman and, really test your skills. But, Ridgemont High, I could totally see,
Yep.
you'd crush it.
Totally.
Yeah, totally crush it. I would agree with you on that one.
Gag me with a spoon.
Nice job. Mm-hmm. That is good.
Wow.
Okay, Britt, I do have something. Now, you're a Valley girl, so I know you like looking at boys and guys and stuff like that. So my question is this.
Totally.
Who do you think is hotter, a punk rocker or a surfer? Because you're from California, right?
Totally.
Who do you go to, a punk rocker or a surfer?
Huh?
I'm just kind of wondering.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's deep. It's really thought-provoking.
It's totally thought-provoking. So let me see what I think. Oh my gosh, I think a lot.
Wow, I can't wait to hear this answer. A lot.
Let me catch my breath. Oh, seriously. That's such a gnarly question. Both punk rockers and surfers can be like totally tubular in their own ways, you know. It's like all about personal style and attitude. Punk rockers with their rad hair and rebellious vibes. Oh, Brit's getting a little southern there. It sounded
Vibes.
vibes.
Well, she is from Southern California.
Can
so.
be like totally fierce and edgy. On the flip side, surfers like are all about that laid back, sun-kissed beach life and, you know, catching those epic waves. It's like totally subjective, babe. Are you into the rebellious punk scene or the chill surfer vibe? It's all about what makes your heart like totally race.
Wow. I think what I take away from that is I can't believe you know what the word subjective means. That is impressive.
I was jumping at subjective too. I'm like, I don't like totally remember
Brit, you
girls
must
in
have had a
my high school saying that, but
you must have had a great education out there in Southern California.
yeah,
Subjective.
Totally.
Totally.
All right, so let's try the next one.
Ooh.
My second question.
Yeah, that'd be great.
What 80s actress was your fashion role model?
Oh, good call. Good question.
Yeah, it is a good question because I wrote it.
Because Brian wrote it.
And I'm sure that Brit's going to have a wonderful, wordy answer. Okay, like, oh my gosh, like totally. I am like totally obsessed with Molly Ringwald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You're not the only one. She's she's like ultimate fashion icon of the 80s, you know. Her style in movies like Pretty in Pink and 16 Candles is like totally rad. I mean, those outfits, those scrunchies, and that whole vibe, like totally iconic. Like totally iconic.
Totally.
Molly Ringwald's fashion sense with all those pastel colors and like totally unique ensembles.
What was that?
Ensembles totally inspired my own Valley Girl wardrobe. She's like the queen of the 80s fashion, and I'm just like totally gagging for her look. Totally tubular, right?
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a great answer.
Yeah.
Great answer.
I see you taking notes, so I guess you're writing down what I said.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure that we learn and retain this knowledge.
Yes. Yes.
It's like we're talking to one of the greats, Brit. That's fantastic. Brit, you can, by the way, during this broadcast, you can chime in anytime you want.
Like,
you have an
totally.
answer. Totally chime
Just
chime
like,
in.
Totally.
All right. Only if you
I'll
like
be over here
something.
gagging on a spoon. Like
And
totally.
just like Brit, you should like our Instagram. Okay? Like it.
Like our Instagram. Okay.
All right.
So I guess that's good for our guest house.
Yeah,
Although
we're-
we did have another guest that we were looking to have on, and I wrote a question for him, and he's like a total 80s dude.
Okay.
And I'm curious what your answer would be.
Okay.
All right. Thinking 80s movies.
80s movies.
Which Breakfast Club person were you,
Oh, man.
and why? We know that Brit would be Molly Ringwald.
It's funny.
But you're not gonna say you would have been Molly Ringwald.
No, I would not have been her.
Okay.
I did not see. I saw bits and pieces of Breakfast Club back in when was that? 85, 86?
Somewhere around there. I can't believe you're even saying this.
I know. I'm such a. That would have been probably like
It was
8th,
one of
9th
Hughes's
grade.
best movies.
Oh, I know. But the problem is that I saw bits and pieces, like a lot of 80s movies, they were on cable. Well, growing up, we saw half hour of this, 20 minutes of that, 45 minutes of this, then we'd go out and do something else and come back and maybe. So I saw the whole movie, but in bits and pieces. So it's tough for me. As an older person, I saw The Breakfast Club.
Well, do you
but
know
again,
what the characters were?
well, yeah, Emilio Estevez was the jock.
Jock.
Judd was the burnout or whatever. Molly Ringwald was the preppy.
Preppy girl.
What's her face? She was the
weirdo,
weird
the goth
vampire
girl.
Yeah, goth girl.
Yeah.
Was there a guy
Nerd.
in there? Another
Nerd.
dude? Yeah, the
Yeah,
nerd.
the-
Anthony Michael Hall.
Anthony Michael Hall. Yeah.
I would say in high school I would have been more jockish,
Okay.
not jock-itch. Just
It
more of the
really
jock.
did sound like Jock.
It did. It's right.
Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, I really wasn't much of. I mean, I did play sports, but I wouldn't say I would have been any of those. Maybe an amalgamation
You
of all of
didn't
them.
tape
But
anybody's buns together.
no, I didn't do that. So nothing to that extreme. Yeah, I would not have gotten into a John Hughes movie, but probably the jock.
Okay.
That would be
All right.
my
Fair
guess.
enough. Okay. was just curious about that.
Yeah. Well, how would you answer that?
Probably would have been somewhere between Anthony Michael Hall and Judd.
Okay.
I was at one part a burnout and another
Right.
part a nerd.
Yeah.
It was weird.
All right.
It was weird.
I'm sure people can flow between that. That's a deep one to
Yeah.
ask people. Back in the 80s,
It
who were
is.
you like?
Who were
Or
you?
who did you
Which one of
gravitate
those were you?
towards?
It is an interesting
Yeah.
question. I felt really proud of it, which is why I
No, I
would've
did
liked
think
it.
Anthony Michael Hall was the funniest of that group, so I liked the humor.
Oh, he was hilarious.
So that was like I thought I
Yeah.
liked this character was great.
Yeah.
But if you had to say who was I like ish,
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
We'll go Amelia. Okay.
Okay.
That was good. I
I wasn't expecting that.
Ooh,
Oh.
What does that sound? Oh, that sound means irritate the dog. Who's now barking outside the
think
door.
so.
Great. Let's
Apparently she doesn't like Pink Floyd
she
in the
doesn't-
beginning of a Pink
she doesn't
Floyd
like
song.
Money.
Yeah, money. Wow. Okay, we'll have the 70s episode soon, so just hold out there.
Why does a cash register
I don't
irritate
know.
my dog?
Yeah. You want to stay poor
Yeah,
forever?
no.
Sheesh.
We're
What a dumb dog.
trying to make a living here, dog. Be quiet.
Trying to help you out.
All right. Let's see. So what does that sound mean?
Well, we're up to a complete the scene. Okay, so now listen here. We will pick a scene from a movie with two parts. I will read one, Brian will read the other, and then we will switch. We will both act out several pieces of dialogue, but the script will end abruptly. And for my script, Brian will have to finish it. And for his script, I will have to finish it as we think the character would say. And then whoever
love
comes
this
up closest is going to get some random points. So this ought to be pretty good.
I think it's gonna be good.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Now you first, me first. What
I'll go first.
okay.
I'll go
So this
first.
is Brian's movie
Yes.
that we are now
Yes.
reenacting. This is gonna be
Yes.
wonderful.
Yes.
Which part am I playing?
So you are playing. I mean, you're gonna know who you are.
Okay.
I did put your name next
Got it.
to it, but it's Dr. Rumack.
Oh, that's not giving anything away.
You're gonna know as soon as you start reading.
Maybe I
it.
will.
It's-
Maybe I will. Dr. Rumack.
Yep. And you go
Okay.
first.
Okay. Now we've never seen these scripts before,
No,
so
I just handed it to him.
I'm gonna go into some brogue that will probably not make any sense.
You don't have to do an
Oh,
accent.
okay.
But go for it.
Captain, how soon can you land?
I can't tell.
You can tell me. I'm a doctor.
No. No, I mean, I'm just not sure.
Well, can you take a guess?
Not for another 2 hours.
Oh, what would Dr. Rumack say?
Oh, I got you. I can't believe I got you.
Yeah, you totally stumped me on that. I know exactly. It's airplane.
Yes, it's airplane.
It's airplane. Oh, what did he say? Can you take a guess? Not for another 2 hours. Oh,
this
man,
is
I'm totally
amazing.
bombing on this.
Oh,
This is so
this is some of the best dialogue
I know.
ever put in any movie ever.
Can
And
take-
go
not
ahead
for-
and DM me. I don't care.
All right.
Oh, good.
I would-
now
I
the
would
dog
have to
across
say-
the street is barking. This is great.
All sorts of dogs. I'm really blanking on this. Not for another 2 hours. I would say, that's how long it takes for my
Time's
Metamucil to
almost
kick
up.
in. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's it.
No,
No.
the line is, you can't guess for another 2 hours?
Oh, jeez, yeah. So bad.
It's such a great movie. So good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, you knew the movie.
I did. Yeah.
Which is good. Which is good. I don't know how you don't know that's
I.
Dr. Clarence Over.
What's a clearance, Clarence?
What's our clearance?
What's a vector, Victor?
Yeah.
Roger, Roger.
Roger.
All right.
Listen, kid, you tell your old man to drag Walton's butt up and down the court for 2 hours.
My dad says you're lazy.
You never get back on defense.
Yeah, that's that's great.
Oh,
That's
dear.
fantastic.
All right.
Wow, I really kind of stunk on that one.
Yeah, because you really should have known it.
I'm embarrassed. Yeah, I'm embarrassed.
It's almost embarrassing
It
that
is.
you didn't know it. Yeah.
I have red face right
I'm,
now, people.
I'm feeling bad for shaming you in front of the entire world.
in front of millions of
Just
people.
a little bit.
That's awful.
But I'm going to give you a point for
Got it.
knowing what movie
Okay,
it was.
that's good.
Yeah. Although you shouldn't get any points for knowing that that's from
was
Airplane.
bad.
Yeah.
Mine
that's
is going to
okay.
be a little bit more difficult-ish. I mean, you'll know the movie. Maybe
Okay.
not after reading, but once I tell you, you'll definitely
Okay.
you'll definitely know. So,
All right.
Let me set the stage. Okay. So right now it's underwater in the Aegean Sea. Okay. Light shining from the surface, and a great white shark appears, but ensnared in a fisherman's net. So the shark is in the fisherman's net. Well, Anteros is a hapless young fisherman, his legs entangled in the net. Despy trying to hold his breath because the shark then went overboard and brought Anteros down with him. So the shark is in the net, Anteros is in the net. Now, someone dives into the water to save them, to free the shark from the net and to save Anteros.
He's saving both of them?
He's letting the shark go
Okay,
if
so,
he can.
so far you were wrong.
Well,
I have no idea what movie this is.
you will.
Oh,
So again,
okay.
this is underwater. Now, this is the part where he does release the shark, but as the shark escapes from the net, he's now flying upwards toward the surface. So they hold onto the net and they're brought to the surface himself. Perseus and Anteros. Unfortunately, Anteros is dead. So Perseus.
This is Clash of the Titans.
Wow. 1 point for you. Nice. Okay,
Perseus.
so I am Spiros and you are Perseus. And we will read to there.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All right.
It's going to be a weird one.
All
So
right. I'm Perseus. I should be
Yes.
Perseus. I should always be Perseus.
You are Perseus.
In your world, I am Perseus.
okay, Percy. Now.
It's
No,
Perseus.
Now I'm the old grumpy fisherman. Your grieving does Anteros no good. It only comforts you.
It's my fault he's gone.
He was careless with the net. Perseus, give him a hard look.
So it's his fault, not mine. Not fate. Not the gods.
The gods delude themselves about their power and watch and envy while we act. We make our own history.
Really?
I know. It's just...
Well, good. Let him drown. I'm out of here.
Yeah,
I'm
this stinks.
gonna go get my owl robot.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go kill Medusa with a mirror. That's what I'm gonna do
Actually, that's pretty darn good.
now that Anteros is dead.
So that's pretty close. So the actual
Was it close?
Yeah, the actual quote. No, not even close, but it was close. It was good. The actual quote is Perseus now breaks down crying because so after Spiro says we make our own history. Well, then Perseus is like breaking down crying. Now my history is I let my friend die in my arms. I made it back. Why couldn't he?
Oh,
So you see the pain and suffering that he had.
Yeah, he's much more compassionate than
So it
me
kind of
is.
was like I'm
Yeah.
out of here. You know, I would give you a point because that was a rough one. I would give you 2 points. You knew the movie.
Okay.
And the line,
Okay.
although it wasn't close, it was still that was a tough one.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll
All
take
right,
it.
I know you will.
Thank you. All right.
Well done, and you knew Clash
you.
of the Titans right away, so that's
Yeah.
a solid.
Well,
That's a solid point.
Perseus. That was
Yeah, it's
easy.
not too many movies.
Yeah.
with
I
Perseus.
thought my dialogue was pretty good, but that's fine.
You're doing
I can tell you're not
fantastic.
going to give me anything. Okay. Hold on.
Oh boy!
Oh, that
Wow.
one didn't make the dog bark. Good.
Yeah,
Oh,
tighter
what's that,
screeching.
what does that sound mean, Todd?
Oh, I think we are now up to part 4 of the Minstrels Challenge.
No, we're not.
No? Oh, I think we're on. Oh gosh, how can I? Ladies and gentlemen, you need to
Yeah.
like beat me over the head because now it's a sponsor time.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Please understand that. Oh, yes.
So yes, this is a sponsor. We do have a sponsor, so it's pretty exciting. But today's episode of Questionable Answers is brought to you by the 1986 smash hit movie Howard the Duck.
Yes.
More adventure
Great
than
movie.
humanly possible.
Great movie.
Now, before Iron Man and Captain America and all those losers dominated the screens, we had to live with Howard the Duck, a Marvel superhero. In his movie debut, Howard the Duck arrives on Earth and tries to stop an alien invasion using quack fu and smooth words. As a glimpse into the plot gives out, critics saw it as a stupid movie. I don't know who those critics were, but they're stupid.
I don't know who was in that. Leah Thompson was in it. I
Yeah, she
remember
was in
that.
it.
I don't know if anybody else was in it, but it was filmed here in Cleveland,
Yeah.
Ohio.
I did see that in the theaters. I do remember that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember not really like, what are they doing here? Like,
It was one of the
why am I watching
first
this?
great Marvel movies to be filmed in Cleveland, up there with Thor and
Winter Soldier,
Winter Soldier,
Howard the Duck.
and Howard the Duck.
Yeah, I think Howard the Duck could take Captain America. I really do.
Sure,
I do.
yep,
So that's kind of cool.
I like it.
Well, that's good.
Thanks, Howard the Duck,
Thank you to our sponsor for
For
Howard the Duck for
helping
sponsoring
fund our show,
and being hilarious.
helping get us here today. Okay, so
Wow, that was mean.
that was a random here. That's a better one. It's a much nicer sound.
Yeah, it is. What does that mean?
Well, that means it's time for the Minstrels Challenge, 80s soundtracks.
80s soundtracks. All right.
The gameplay is simple and doesn't deviate from earlier episodes of the show. We will each poetically read a section of lyrics from a prolific and inspired 80s soundtrack. And the other will first explain what the artist was trying to, get across with the lyrics. And then a correct guess of the movie and name of the song, or I'm sorry,
that should give you extra
not
points.
The movie, but the name of the song and the artist will get points also.
Right.
I did learn something recently from a serious DJ. Apparently,
really? A serious one?
Well, Sirius XM. Not
Okay.
like
right.
he was
all
not
right.
a
Yeah, I was
serious.
like, wow, is he really serious?
I guess I could have phrased that better.
What contacts do you know that I don't?
Yeah. Yeah, I was listening to NPR. He was a serious DJ. But apparently a lot of the soundtracks for movies were songs that artists didn't think would make it on their album, so they gave them to movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
However, MTV kind of changed that, and they started, because you were made famous by your song's success was based on your video in the early 80s.
How many times a video showed?
So they started getting a little bit more serious in the 80s, which is why the movies are better and the soundtracks are better, because the 80s rocked. So
They did.
you're going to go first if you're done looking at your phone. Are we posting on social media or?
No, I just had to figure out a little quick piece of information.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
okay. So we didn't spend all the prep time that we should have on
No, I
this
just
show.
didn't read your stupid directions. But you want me to go first? Okay, so here we go. Brian should know this, ladies and gentlemen. He should know this. Okay.
All right.
Actually, everyone should. However, love. I get so lost sometimes. Days pass in this emptiness fills my heart. When I want to run away, I drive off in my car. But whichever way I go, I come back to the place you are.
Yeah.
You getting it?
All my
Something clicking?
instincts, they return. That's from a soundtrack?
It is. It could be. It is from an album, but it's also from a soundtrack.
I did not realize that. Oh. Okay. So, can you read them again? Because
Yes.
I was being arrogant and not
Love.
listening to them.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Let the poetry sink in.
Yeah.
Love. I get so lost sometimes. Days past in this emptiness fills my heart. When I want to run away, I drive off in my car. But whichever way I go, I come back to the place you are.
So you want me to explain to you what that means?
I think number one,
I think
explain it
says
to me. Number
very
two,
clearly what that.
yeah, I can't wait.
Love. He's overwhelmed by love at times, and he gets maybe a little tired of the confusion of the emotions of love, and he has to run away. But then he has to come back to the place she is. Right?
Oh, that's not bad.
It wasn't bad, was it? No.
And all of his instincts, they do return. But the grand facade, that so soon will burn.
So soon will
Without a noise,
without a voice.
without my pride.
Without an
He
instinct.
reaches out from the inside. So he's really going deep. So, number one, what song is
In
that?
your eyes.
Yes.
Right?
You're correct. In Your Eyes.
Yeah.
Who's the artist?
Blanking.
Dude, come on. It's actually the rating it's actually the rating of a movie.
I know that. Huh?
He's the rating of a movie.
The rating of a movie.
His initials.
Oh, really? Good grief. Why am I
80s movies.
First singer of Genesis.
His
I'm
name
losing
is
my
the
mind.
rating of a movie.
Big time.
There's no movies rated BT.
What?
Yep.
Why am I blanking on his name?
Wow.
Oh no!
You should be embarrassed.
I'm gonna lose a point because I'm.
I've given you so much.
He just played here last. Oh. I know this.
His face is turning red, people. He's
I know.
really
This is
straining
embarrassing.
on this one.
This is
rough.
This is like the thing you blew earlier.
Yeah.
The movie.
I've been redeemed.
I can't believe I can't remember his name.
It's awful. I feel for
I
you.
know. All right. I'm giving up the point. Give me his first name.
Well, it's Peter.
Gabriel.
Yeah,
Good
Peter.
grief.
PG.
Yeah.
Peter. I'm even trying to get rating of a
rating.
movie.
Oh.
PG, 80s movies.
I thought you were giving me some like
No.
Rotten Tomatoes uses it. To,
No. Now, what movie did this? It was in his
I didn't know it
album
was
So.
for a soundtrack. Or, yeah.
So, but it was also part of a soundtrack.
Yeah.
Say Anything with John Cusack. Holding the boombox
Yep,
over his head. Boombox man. Okay.
Yep.
So you got the song easily.
What a waste of a perfectly good white boy. Do you remember that line?
Yes.
See him fall off a bridge into a garbage barge. Oh, that's
That
great.
is fantastic. That's perfect. All right, so you get 1 point for knowing it. You crushed it.
I don't get anything for my description of
No,
what
you
it
know,
means.
you're right. I will give you 2 total points.
Okay.
But you bombed on Peter Gabriel. That's kind of unacceptable.
I got 1 point for my description.
1 point description, 1 point song. So you got 2 points total.
Okay, fine.
All right.
You're not getting any on this. I don't care if you get it right.
All right, that's
I'm
fine.
irritated. I should have gotten more for my description.
Oh, jeez. All of his instincts
Somebody's
are
had a
returning.
taste of winning, and
Yeah.
he's starting to get a little.
Actually, I shouldn't even give you any
it's
points
just-
until
it's
my
starting to get a
answers
little
happen.
ugly. Oh,
right.
yeah, that's true.
I should have saved it. All right.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. You're playing so cool, obeying every rule, but dig way down in your heart. You're burning, yearning for some. I can't read it better than that.
Oh, one more time.
All right.
I think I've got it.
Do you really?
I do.
All right. You're playing so cool, obeying every rule, but dig way down in your heart. You're burning, yearning for some.
Okay, I've got to go. I'm not even going to fumble through it. I'm just going to give you my answer straight. Footloose, Kenny Loggins, Kevin Bacon.
I hate you.
Yes.
Somebody
Footloose.
to tell you life ain't passing you
Yes.
by.
The obeying every rule. I'm like, obeying every rule. What?
I know. Well, I couldn't.
Gotta be.
I
Right.
couldn't do this
Yeah.
without doing a Kenny Loggins.
Oh, you have
he
to,
was
yeah.
every soundtrack.
Exactly,
you know.
every
You
possible.
went with Peter Gabriel.
I'm sorry. Peter Gabriel wasn't a big name, so
You didn't
He
describe.
had no
what
hits
he
at
was
all.
what was he trying to say with "You're playing so cool, obeying every rule"?
Oh,
But
okay.
dig way down in your heart, you're burning, yearning for some.
Well, he's playing it cool, like, hey man, everything's great, everything's nice in the small town. He's obeying every rule, but you can tell he doesn't want to because deep down he's yearning for some. Now, what that some is, we don't know, but he's yearning for something else than what his current status is of growing up in a small town is. And we end up finding out he just wants to dance the devil's music. And he
Yeah,
did dance.
yeah. Don't you move your body in that way.
Right.
Oof.
So I think that's it.
My
That-
parents were like that.
Yeah, we'd never danced.
My
a lot.
sister got dragged out of a dance once.
Oh, you're kidding
Yeah,
me.
because all she wanted, she was Kevin Bacon.
Okay.
All she wanted to do was dance.
Just dance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never grew up dancing, so I never, I started dancing in my 20s,
Yeah.
but like
You're a
learning
good
how
dancer.
to dance, but
You're a
just
good
kind of
dancer. Yeah.
never
Yeah.
did as a.
You're probably made a good dancer by Deneen.
Yeah, she makes me look way better. Yeah,
yeah,
without
she's
a
a better
doubt.
dancer.
Yeah, she definitely leads, even though I'm leading.
Okay, so it's time to. I don't know what. Find out who the winner of the show is.
Well, you gotta give me points
Oh,
for the
you got
minstrels.
three.
Three?
You got 3 points.
Yeah.
You
Justice
won.
is served.
You won. It's not justice. This has nothing to
With
do
the
with
score,
justice.
with the score of 7-5, another solid, huge victory for whom? Brian, can you say who the winner is today?
Todd, I think we're tied now.
I think we are.
think it's
Yeah, I was
3-3.
0 for 3. I really got smoked the first 3
you've
episodes.
crushed me 3 in a row.
All right. 5-7 victory. This is exciting.
It hurts.
It
It,
does.
hurts, folks. I'm trying for you.
Peter Gabriel really, I'm
try-
surprised by that.
Oh, I'm stupid. That's just
'Cause he is
a
the music king.
58-year-old who can't
That's right.
function. Good grief! As soon as you said Peter, I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
whatever. Anyway, so we have our winner. We have completed our show. We've goofed around, had some laughs, and it's time for the Bible verse of the day. So Todd's
Okay.
going to share that with us.
Now, the verse this week, of course, we play fast and loose with the truth, but we just want you to know that here's what we see as real truth, and truth that does not change. But it's from Galatians 5, verses 13 and 14. You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Rather, serve one another humbly in love, for the entire law is fulfilled in keeping this one command: love your neighbor as yourself.
Amen. Yeah.
There you go. Love your
I
neighbor
love
as
the
yourself.
freedom of that. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, that verse kind of hit me. Because
It's
the
good.
80s were free.
They were free.
We were free.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Yeah, it was good times. But love your neighbor as yourself. That's all you can do, folks. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to sharing some more next week.
That's right. Take care.
Don't forget to like, share, and follow. Bye now.